Since you were last on this program, the administration announced it was rolling back tariffs on more than 200 food products. You have said recently that you think tariffs help consumers. If tariffs help consumers, why is the administration rolling them back?
Well, first of all, Kristen, if you look at the data, that imported goods, the inflation has actually been flat. Inflation is up because of the service economy and services, so that has nothing to do with tariffs. And many of the food items where the inflation is coming down, the USTR has been working very hard on trade deals, and the trade deals that have been in the works for 6 or 8 months coincide with many Latin American, Central American countries where the foodstuffs you just named come from.
Well, and banana prices are up almost 7%, coffee prices up nearly 19%. Isn't the fact that you're rolling back tariffs an admission that ultimately they do drive up prices for consumers?
Kristen, how much does your arm weigh?
That I do not know.
Exactly, but you know how much you weigh. You get on the scale every morning. Inflation is a composite number, and we look at everything. So we try to push down the things we can control.
As I'm sure you are no doubt aware, on the heels of this holiday season, the U.S. economy is in the crapper at the moment. Inflation is running rampant. Things are just entirely too much to afford. And the Trump administration, instead of fixing the problem, is desperate to convince you that they are not to blame for their multitudinous errors in that regard. So Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has never really been on Team Tariff, and every time he has to go out on national television and support a policy that he does not fundamentally agree with, he looks as annoyed as you and I do when we hear about tariffs. The administration is trying to quietly roll back tariffs without conceding that they were a disaster to begin with. And Scott Bessent does something pretty subtle there. He kind of shifts blames. He says, look, the economy is a big pie, and I only got a small piece of it that's under my control. There's a bunch of chaos going on elsewhere that has nothing to do with me, so blame them, don't blame me. Well, the Bank of America CEO is significantly less subtle than Scott Bessent was there. Take a look.
So we're the largest small business lender, and if we were sitting here in the second quarter of this year, it was a big toll. They were because rates have gone up, and that costs them more money because they borrow on revolving lines of credit. In other words, they borrow at floating rate. And then the tariffs came in and caused them, I'm not sure I can get the goods at what price and how can I commit. But as you went through the year, rates came down a little bit. So their issue right now is, can I get the labor I need to bid the contracts to do the work I'm doing? Because the immigration policies haven't settled in yet, and that's causing people concern. It's not that they agree with them or disagree, they just need to have the answer, and that's what they're looking for. So if you think across 4 policy regimes, tax, trade tariff, immigration, and then ultimately deregulation, you've seen a resolution of a lot of them, but I think the next one for a small business, what they tell us is labor availability. How they get there is, I need people to do this work, and I need to be dependable. They're here. So give me a set of rules, and I'll go play with them, but I need to be clarified of what the rules are.
Just like his wild and unpredictable tariff policy and the rest of his policies, Trump's immigration policy is wild and unpredictable. That is because we have elected a man who is wild and unpredictable because he's a crazy person. And not a pretend crazy person who's playing this 4-dimensional chess that none of us can fathom. He is a genuine, bona fide loon, a sweaty-toothed madman who has surrounded himself by a bunch of incompetent, sycophantic yes men who are carrying out federal policy. As such, the markets are in a perpetual state of instability, and inflation runs rampant and interest rates are through the roof because no one can figure out what's going on in the federal government. When you have degenerates running and carrying out federal policy, you would get spooked too, as you are. Let's take a look at one of those degenerates right now.
The guy in the white shirt.
That's the colonel.
Colonel, don't mean shit to me.
Okay, well.
If I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got my boys with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%,
department.
bro.
Okay. You don't have any type of credentials or anything that say you're DHS?
Not on me, no.
Okay. All right.
I would bring my weapon with me if I'm.
Okay. But you don't have any weapons on you right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to talk to you away from the kids. So I'm going to ask you to step out of the car, and we're going to walk back to the back of your car, okay?
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
George W. Bush got elected way back when, before I was old enough to elect anybody, because folks said he looked like the kind of guy that you would want to have a beer with. Well, Our current president is renowned for wanting to up the ante on anybody else getting any kind of positive attention. So he took that and he says, I want to fill my administration with not just guys that would have a beer, but guys that would have 40 beers and proceed to get behind the wheel of an automobile and see what happens. Well, Mr. President, this is what happens.
You know what? Call my supervisor.
Okay. Do you want to do the exercises or no?
I'll do it. But you know what? What's homeboy doing down there? You know, guys, come on.
Make sure we all sit before we're inside of the water. You don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why we're trying to do the exercise. That way we can move
Are
on.
you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay. Look, man, I really need you to do the exercise. If you don't do it, then I'm going to say that you're refusing to do the exercise. I get it. You need a minute. I gave you a few minutes, okay? But
Let me talk to your supervisor.
not right now, sir.
Yeah?
If you're a cop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fucking law enforcement,
Okay,
dude.
then stop talking and sit in the back of the car and stop. Stop this.
Come on, let's go.
Stop this.
What about my kids?
We're gonna take care of it.
No,
But
I'm
first
not
things-
going in there. Let me talk to your supervisor.
Again, you can talk to him in a second.
Nope. Not going in there without my supervisor.
Put your feet in.
What?
Put your feet in. Put your feet in. You don't want to make this worse already. Come on, man, let's go.
You gotta sit in the car,
You're
man.
going to jail for DUI, which is a misdemeanor. If you don't cooperate, you go to jail for resisting. It only makes it worse.
Come on, put your feet in, buddy.
All right, your kids will be fine. This will pass.
Listen to me.
No, sir, not on the side of the road.
Come on, let's go, man.
We gotta sit down, Scott.
You guys.
I may be drunk, but I'm still white. And you Haitian man, you look vaguely ethnic. Therefore, I am superior to you, and you shall release me. This is exactly who's carrying out federal policy on my behalf and on your behalf. And it's not just this random lunatic here. I mean, Pete Hexeth has been blowing up boats, random boats in the middle of the ocean to smithereens, and to my knowledge, he hadn't passed no sobriety tests any time recently. This is not a right versus left issue anymore. This is about what I have called, since Donald Trump came down that golden escalator forever ago, the most dangerous quality that he possesses and he spreads throughout everyone that he touches. It is cosmic level incompetence, and it's profuse all over this administration and his previous administration, but this administration for sure. His schizophrenic tariff policy and his drunk off your ass immigration policy will cripple this country far quicker than evil or malice will. And fortunately for us, he's got plenty of that too. So be careful who you vote for. Midterms coming up.
Hey, thank you so much for watching that entire video. Now that you're here, you deserve a reward. And that reward is more Rebel HQ content. There's a lot of ways to get it. You can click the like button and the share, and then you share this video. It'll get subscribed to you more, the things that we make on this channel. But also, if you click the subscribe button and that little bell, it means you'll get notified every time that we release a new bit of content on this channel. And then if you're feeling really randy, why don't you just click the join button? And for a small little bit of financial support every month, you can keep this channel going, providing the path of most resistance to those who are trying to take away your rights and liberties. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.